Hey everybody, Samantha Bessudo Drucker here, your image gal for Ask Sam for divagalsdaily.com, the Times Square Chronicles, amongst some other publications. And today I have the great honor of speaking to my dear friend, Tasya Lacy. Hi, Tasya.
Hello.
Tasya is my heart sister. Why is Tasya my heart sister? Because even though both of us are professional athletes and former professional athletes, we both have had heart attacks. And heart attacks are the number one killer of women worldwide. Also, even more prevalent in ethnic communities, which both Tasya and I both represent. And today I'm here to talk with Tasya about an upcoming event and what she's got going on in our fight towards heart awareness and heart health. Tasya, hey.
Hello. Hello. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that we could talk today. Thank you for making this time to talk with me.
I'm so honored.
The pleasure is really all mine, love. And I want to hear all about the Hoop for Your Heart event. And yes, let's start by telling our audience about your Hoop for Your Heart event. And then I want you to tell me about how you got started with the hula hoop. Why hula hoop?
All right. Well, Hoop for Your Heart event. It is an event where we bring different instructors together. It's a heart health awareness event. It's going to be July the 15th, and it's an event where we're speaking heart health. It's all about heart, bringing heart awareness, helping out a heart recipient. So that's what the event is about.
I love that. And can you tell us where this event is going to be and how people can participate? And then I'm going to ask you to tell everybody again at the end of our interview the same details, because I want everybody there. Everybody.
Well, I do hope. Well, the event is actually in Dayton, Ohio, but if you want to help, you can go to hoopfitness.net and donate. We have a fiduciary nonprofit called Spirit of Hope, and we're raising money and awareness in order to bring the awareness of heart disease, and we're doing it through fitness. It's so important because we don't have to die from heart disease. You have it just by simply moving. It gives you an 80% chance, and that's what we want people to understand, Samantha.
That's right. It's one part what you put, it's part of what we do with our bodies, that's exercise and fitness.
Absolutely.
What we put into our bodies,
Absolutely.
nutrition, fuel, so that we
Absolutely.
can exercise.
Absolutely.
And our mental health.
Absolutely.
It's a three-part system, really.
Mind, body, and spirit. You have to exercise them all.
And you and I met each other in the summer of 2020.
Sisters.
We are heart sisters. Now,
heart sisters.
Tasha, we are heart sisters forever.
Forever. So we are connected. Connected. Right. We are connected.
So Tasha and I are both very active members and very vocal members in our heart communities, both locally and nationally. We've both participated very vocally in Mended Hearts. I'm the runner for their local chapter here in New York, and American Heart Association.
I'm a National Real Woman alumni, class
right.
2020.
Both been spokespeople for various events for the American Heart Association to raise awareness. And most recently, what brought us together was our participation in a very special initiative called Survivors Have Heart that we were selected for out of thousands, which is really a miracle.
Such an honor.
It's such a great honor. So there are several of us on this team, and it is an initiative that is sponsored by AstraZeneca, and we're very grateful for that. and it brought us together so we could do more great things. And Bob Harper, who you might know from The Biggest Loser, is their spokesperson, and we've had the joy to meet with him, to work with him. He is just an incredible person. And what
Amazing.
brings us all together is that we are all heart attack survivors. And between Bob and Tasya and myself, the three of us have all been professional athletes, maybe not as fierce as Bob, but
No.
nonetheless. And
I wouldn't say professional, but I've always been a form of fitness. I've always been a fitness instructor.
well, that's professional.
So that's professional.
That's professional. So, we've been professional fitness enthusiasts, and we are very outspoken in our heart awareness crusades. And I'm just so happy to talk to you and to have the blessing to have you in my life as my heart sister is a beautiful thing. And we're going to do some more beautiful things together. And to talk about beautiful things, let's talk about your hula hooping, okay? Because to watch you hula hoop is like, wow. You are so beautiful, so elegant. The energy is so amazing. You make it look easy and breezy and sexy and elegant. And I was watching your most recent hoop videos, and I was thinking to myself, why is Tasya not hooping in like every single music video that's coming out now? Because it's like watching a music video, in my opinion.
Well, I'm 57. I don't know if they want a 57 in these young videos, but and you talk about it being professional, and yeah, that's my go-to.
Well, you are both in our 50s,
Absolutely.
okay? How old we really are, it's all in here.
It's mental.
Right, it's all in here. We know that. So talk to me about your passion for hula hooping. How did it start? What are you doing now with your hula hoop? And how you have formatted it into your event.
Oh, well, I've loved hula hooping since I was 9. It was always been my go-to. In my college, I did a demonstrational speech on the history of the hula hoop. And during that, I realized that hula hooping has been around since ancient times, that it was actually a form of fitness before Whammo got a hold of it and made it a child's toy. So that even made me more, because that was my way of working out. And through my 30s and my 40s, I'm 50 pounds heavier since that heart attack, but that was my way of staying in shape, was utilizing it. I would take it to the gym. After that heart attack, Samantha, went through a series of depression, but after I came out of that depression, I realized that I could use my hula hoop, spread the message of heart awareness, and lo and behold, Hoop for Your Heart was born. I can use this as a forum and share my story, make it aware for people to understand that when you find a program of fitness that you love, you can stay with it, and it could help save your life from dying from a heart attack, because we don't have to die. 80% chance of surviving simply by getting up and moving. So that's the theme of Hoop for Your Heart. Find something you love and move.
I recently on my local Mended Hearts Zoom meeting, and they brought in a renowned physician to talk about some recent data. And we've always known, eat your vegetables, exercise. It's good for the heart. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind and your mood.
Mm-hmm.
They have discovered, now all the data is really spelling it out. There is like a formula of how much physical activity you need to do in the course of a week to really prevent heart disease and prevent a recurrence of a heart problem if you have one. And it comes out to about 5 to 6 hours a week. It's the they calculated it into minutes, okay? And it comes out to about 5 to 6 hours a week of daily exercise. That means 1 hour a day, 5 to 6 days a week, which you and I are used to doing. Maybe we
Right.
fell off the wagon a little bit after a heart attack
That's
or
right.
injuries, but that is the goal. And that you don't even have to be doing heavy duty exercise.
The
It's
most moderate forms, the
moderate,
most moderate.
low impact to save the joints, and that even in the action of flexing our muscles, even
That's
just
right.
sitting here in my chair and flexing the
That's
muscles,
right.
my body is releasing
That's
happy
right.
hormones.
That's right.
Hormones that keep us from feeling depressed.
That's right.
You know, you, me, Bob, all athletes all had heart attacks while exercising, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there, so we have to dispel this myth, that think, oh, well, you had a heart attack because, you know, you don't move, you don't exercise, you're not eating your vegetables. Always eating my vegetables because I was a dancer.
Right.
And I've always exercised. And so, and Bob, I mean, one of the greatest athletes, he's amazing. It can happen to anybody, even an athlete.
And
The three of us, we all had heart attacks while exercising, something that we did every single day. So heart attacks can be from stress. They can
absolutely.
be from a shift in your life that is
Family history.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
high cholesterol that's
Mm-hmm.
hereditary, that's
Mm-hmm.
just from your diet. All
Mm-hmm.
kinds of things can be going on, but it doesn't have to be. And one of the reasons that we do this and talk about this and have these conversations is to build awareness and help take steps towards a healthier community, a healthier population. And I just have to repeat because it bears repeating. Heart attacks, heart disease, the number one killer.
The number one killer
in the world.
In the world. Number one. Even during the pandemic, Samantha, heart disease was still number one.
That's right.
Even in the pandemic in 2020.
It's really frightening when you think about it. And it has an even higher impact on the Black community, on the Latin community, on the Jewish community. So it does affect certain ethnic communities, even in a much fiercer way, unfortunately, than some others. It also has a lot to do with our diet. You know, it's
absolutely
a three-pronged system, as you
absolutely
said. It is your diet, your exercise, and your spirit. And
awareness is the key. It's awareness. You know, we tend to don't think anything can happen to us, and that is the biggest. Simply by being aware, you can reduce your chances by 80%. You can by knowing your numbers, but we can, especially in the African American community, we can just kind of act like if it's not happening to us now, we don't need to worry about it. Well, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so having all of this information and fighting the good fight as we want to do, tell us more about this Hoop for Your Heart event that is coming up really soon, just in a few months, really. Please tell us more about Hoop for Your Heart, how we can get involved, where is it, when is it, and how we can participate even if we can't be there. Well, first of all, you can participate by donating. Please go to fitness.net. We've got to put this event together. And one of the things that on July the 15th is the event. It's going to be in Dayton, Ohio, at the Dayton Recreational Center. Indoors, and it's from 10 to 2. It's an all-day event. We have health screeners. You know, ever since that situation with Damar Hamlin, CPR is so important. So we're going to have someone there who's going to be demonstrating CPR as well as certifying. Plus, everybody needs to learn hands off, hands only CPR. You could save a life. One of the myths, Samantha, I have to just share this with you, is
Do you realize that women are less likely to get CPR by a bystander because of we live in a land of Me Too. So we need to destroy that myth. So we're going to be telling people, if I'm having a heart attack, by all means, if I'm
Go ahead, kiss me.
yes, yes, don't destroy, you got to destroy that narrative. We're sharing that at the Hoop for Your Heart event. We're doing a balloon launch. We have a bounce house for kids. We're going to do a 3-hour hula hoop nonstop marathon to raise pledges and to raise money. And we're asking for donations so that we can make this event the best event yet.
I love that. Well, as you know, I'm going to donate to your event
Thank you.
a portion of my book sales from my book, 90 Days to Husband Number 2. Thank you, which is available on Amazon. Single gals out there, this book is for you.
It's a great book. I've read it and I'm telling you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's a great book. It really
Make
is.
you laugh.
It's humorous.
It's 90 Days to Husband Number 2, 10 Rules to Find Him. It was written to make you laugh, although based
It's a
on
great book.
techniques. And I'm going to ship over some books to you for your event. And I'm going to take a portion of the sales and give it to you for Hoop for Your Heart. And I know that there is a recipient who really needs some love that we are working to support in your event. Can you please tell me about who you have selected to specifically help with some of the proceeds of your Hoop for Your Heart event?
Yes, and you can go to my website to read her story. Her name is Tricia Sanders, and I would say ironically, but I believe everything happens for a reason. But 2 years ago, she was actually helping me with Hoop for Your Heart event. She's heard my story, and now 2 years later, she finds herself with heart disease. She found out in December of 2022. So with Samantha, it was a no-brainer. The medicine that she has to take has to be shipped because it's so expensive. And me understanding what that is like, I know. And she was broken. She's no longer at her position that she was doing, and she's struggling right now. And I thought, this is going to be our recipient. She has pulmonary hypertension, which affects the lungs, which goes directly to the heart. One of her fears is this is incurable and it's a progressive heart disease. So I'm just trying to keep her spirits up because, you know, tomorrow's a promise to any of us. But when you hear progressive, we want to think, and it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
So so it was just, it was a no-brainer. She's very humble. Please, her story, you're going to be able to find on hoopfitness.net. You can go to Hoop Fitness. We're going to be sharing her story. But it's an amazing story. And this woman as well thought she's very tiny. And she thought she was in the best shape of her life. She worked out, she ate right. And lo and behold, during the holiday, she found herself in the hospital for 7 days.
So I feel like we need to just chime in to that note for a moment, because if you know somebody, you, our audience, if you know somebody that has had a heart attack or has heart disease, or maybe you have had a heart attack or have heart disease, then you know that frequently after heart attack, you feel depressed. That is a normal and common side effect, aftermath of a heart incident. And you got to have a support group, or you need to be part of somebody else's support. And if we can help one person at a time, which is what you are doing with your event, is to help this friend and colleague of yours, but also not only do we need to, as a population, as humans, as part of the human race, choose to help in the ways that you can, either one person at a time, one animal at a time.
Absolutely.
But that's what we have to do while we are simultaneously working to change the system.
Absolutely.
By working to change the system, what I mean is education what I mean is
Absolutely.
what we eat and the kinds of food that is served in schools and institutions. Even, sometimes I see what people are being served in hospitals, and it makes me want to scream. I'm just going to say that. And that, often people are hit with medical bills to such a degree that they have to make these morbid decisions like, I can't
Life or
afford to
death
live.
decisions to
And
live.
I can't afford to live. That just cannot be. That is just unacceptable. It's
And
unacceptable. And we need to change the system, and we
we
need to
have
change
to.
the mindset and the education. Period.
And period. But until then, we can do what we can in the community to help,
That's right.
and
That's
that's what
right.
we're here for.
And
That's what Hope for Your Heart is about.
that's right. Speaking to CPR, I was not allowed to graduate high school without getting certified in CPR.
So important. It's so important. And children can learn. And we're at the event, we will, if you're 7 years old, they need to know if mommy and daddy are laying unconscious, what to do. They
Or one
need
of
to
their friends
understand.
at school
Right.
keels
Yes.
over.
Or a teacher, they need to understand the importance of CPR. So the event is all about awareness and fun. And we've got a kid zone because kids need to get off of the phones and the computers and move their bodies as well. So we've got activities for children to do too.
Oh, I think that is so beautiful. And I'm hoping that at your next year's event, I hope that I'll be able to be there to
I would love that.
either whether it's with my dance partner for ballroom dancing and Latin lessons, or with my scoop for scoop. I want to be there next year, but
I
this
would love
year
that.
I can give you lots of love in spirit
You're
and
helping so
kind.
much just by
Uh,
getting the word out there and the message.
well,
You,
this is what I'm here for. And like I said, donations from the sales of my book, 90 Days to Husband Number Two, 10 Rules to Find
so
Him,
much,
written by Samantha Bessudo Drucker,
so much.
on Amazon. It's on Amazon. So you can get yourself a copy so that I can help donate and
Thank you
support
so
my
much,
friend,
Steve.
especially through the entire month of July. The entire month of July, buy that book, and the proceeds are going to Tasya.
It's a great cause, both. And you might get a husband out of it.
Hey, you never know.
You
Multitasking.
never
I
know.
like that.
You
Healthy
never
heart, new
know.
husband. I like it. Um, so we have a little bit of time left. Let's, on a light note, before we go into all of the important details again, like the who, what, where, when, why, especially the where and how.
Okay.
Let's include your favorite heart healthy recipe. Let's share as women do. Give me yours, I'll share with you mine. What do you
You
like
know
to
what?
do for heart healthy? What's your favorite go-to heart healthy recipe?
My favorite heart healthy, and I'm terrible at cooking. I will admit that, but hummus it's always before my heart attack. Celery and hummus, that is my food of choice. It's amazing. There's some, you know, roasted pepper in the olive oil. I love hummus and I love salmon. I love salmon. You can't have a bad salmon. So those are my foods of choice. And green tea is my drink. Water and green tea is where I go to for heart healthy. And salmon is amazing.
Yes.
Yes. It's amazing. Yes.
Yes. My personal hacks are alkaline water. Disease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment. And that doesn't mean you have to be purchasing expensive bottles of, water that are packaged in plastic. Ooh. Better to invest in a water filtration system that over time, if you calculate how much you spend on bottled water in a year,
Pay for it.
1 year, it has paid for itself pretty much.
You're right.
And it will serve you for the rest of your life. So that's one of my favorite hacks is alkaline water, whether you drink it in a bottle or buy yourself a fancy filter, do that. Drink good water, drink plenty of water because we are mostly water. Think about it. We're 99,
90%, 90, is it 99%?
99 something point something water.
Your body.
Put some better water in. Put more new water in. Most people do not drink enough water. So put new water in, so the bad water goes out, fresh water in. That's what we're talking about. That's my number one hack. Drink more water, drink better water. 2, celery. I like you. I love celery. I love to make celery soup, especially since it's still a little chilly in parts of the country. Even with the global warming, it's still chilly out. I love to make celery soup.
I love celery.
Bunch of celery, clean it, throw it in your blender. I personally like the Vitamix because it makes it really smooth, but just throw it in your blender, add some water, add some pink Himalayan salt, some cracked pepper. You can spice it up, jazz it up if you want to with other herbs and spices. Wow. I like to add in some rosemary or some thyme sometimes. Fennel, wonderful seasoning, fennel with celery soup, yum. Curry, turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory.
Love turmeric.
With some water, you have
love it.
Put it on the stove. I mean, the Vitamix has a soup setting, so you know I'm lazy. But you know, from the blender to your stove top, you don't need to go out and buy packaged soup. That's crazy. That's got all kinds of stuff that you don't need to be consuming. So that's my personal hack. I make celery soup.
I love it. I have to try that.
Fiber, negative calories. I mean, celery has negative calories.
And anything green, you know, go green.
Go green.
And it's filling, anything green. A little bit of other color, lots of green. You want your plate to be 75% green and the other half of whatever your protein and everything, but 75% green, green, green.
And I love hummus, just like you. I love hummus because chickpeas, it's great protein. It's plant-based protein.
It's a plant.
It's inexpensive protein.
Very inexpensive.
And what is my hack? Because I really try not to buy anything in a package. You can get some chickpeas from the bulk section of your market, dried chickpeas.
So make your own.
In a package, dried chickpeas. Sprout them overnight. Soak them in water overnight, even 2 nights. Rinse, soak, rinse, soak, rinse, soak for a day or 2. Then you put them in your food processor, add some lemon juice, cracked pepper, dash of salt, a little, and just turn on the blender.
I'm going to have to try that.
Fresh.
I'm going to have to try that.
Fresh hummus. That's what I'm talking about. You know, so you boil the, beans till they're cooked. Just cooked. And then once they're cooked, you throw them in the blender. That's it. Lemon juice. Once they're soft, right? Sprouted and soft, and you've cooked them a little bit. You can even, if you don't have a blender or a food processor, you can mash them up by hand.
I'm gonna have to try that.
And I always like to talk about nutrition because it is so important.
It's very important.
And it makes me so angry when especially certain communities, the African community, the Latin community, and other communities get, they don't have the same access to fresh vegetables, and it doesn't happen.
No, we don't.
Because grow vegetables.
It's a food desert. You're right. Absolutely. I just was at an event yesterday.
You can live in an urban environment and grow onions and celery and tomatoes and scallions and
cabbage. Lettuce.
Practically in the dark from your apartment.
Yes, you can. In this coming, I met a lady yesterday at an event that I did. She's a farmer, an African-American farmer. They're coming back. So you got to take your health in your own.
And if you can grow these vegetables at home, and even sprouts, chickpea sprouts to make that hummus with, I'm just saying, lentil sprouts, because full of iron, lentils. So we can really take control of the narrative, and it doesn't, we can reduce our grocery bills we can be empowered by eating more of what we grow at home. And it's not only a health
And
movement,
help.
it's an economic movement, it's a
Yes,
political movement, it's a
yes.
people movement.
It's a people movement. It's a people movement. Absolutely.
I'm so
Absolutely.
grateful that we could share our little recipes together and our favorite health foods. Um, I am so honored to know you, to be your friend, to call you my sister. It
I'm
was love at hello the first day I met you, Tasha.
we just connected. I mean, we just connected, and I'm so grateful, and I so thank you for everything that you know. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm just there are no, like I said, I don't believe in any coincidences. It wasn't a coincidence that I met this lady 2 years ago who is now, and it's no coincidence that we met 3 years ago and we connected, you know, and
I'm just happy to be able to help in any small way I can. And can you tell everybody one more time where, when, how to participate, and if they can't be there, where can they send support? Please give us your email, your Instagram, whatever you can share so that we can support you.
absolutely. Hoop for Your Heart event, Saturday, July the 15th this year is going to be at the Dayton Recreational Center. Thank you, the city of Dayton, who's our venue host. If you can't be there in person, we are looking for sponsors. We're looking for donations. You can go to hoopfitness.net. You can email me at hoopfitness, the number 2, at gmail.com. And you can donate there. You can make your checks out to the Spirit of Hope Fiduciary. It's a nonprofit organization that we're under. You can go to Hoop Fitness page on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Just search Hoop Fitness. You can see some of those videos, and you can my story. You can also Google Tasya Lacy Heart Health, and you can see all of the things all about Hoop for Your Heart, what I've done, my national story for the American Heart Association, as well as my mentorship for Survivors Have Heart. And I just got to say that I was honored that I got to do a photo shoot with Bob Harper for the national to be a national mentor. So you can read all about that.
Beautiful photo, I just have to say. It was a beautiful photo. Bob took
So
beautiful photos of you.
that's it. Google Tasya Lacy Heart Health.
Tasha, I'm so honored that we could have this chat together and that we can work towards these causes together. Thank you so much for spending
Thank you so much.
time with me, everybody. This is Tasya Lacy that I've been speaking with for Hoop for Your Heart. She's my heart sister. I'm Samantha Bessudo Drucker. I'm delighted I could be here with you today for Ask Sam. And I'll talk to you really soon.
Thank you.